Can I have everyone's attention, please? Thank you, everyone, for being here tonight on this joyous celebration. My name is Rich LeClaire, Radiology Program Director, and your Master of Ceremonies tonight. Before we get started, could you please stand with me and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Terrific. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the 2019 graduating class of the Yavapai College Radiologic Technology Program. Please join. All those days of counting down on the blackboard, it's day 0. So, before we begin with the ceremonies, I would like to introduce to you a few members of the college and our department. First, I'd like to introduce our new president, Dr. Lisa Ryan. Seated next to her is our Vice President of Instruction and Student Development, Dr. Ron Liss. Next to him is the Dean of our Division, Health and Wellness, Scott Farnsworth. And next to me is Amber Snodgrass, our I'd like to acknowledge the faculty seated in the audience tonight. We have Dr. Bernard Sakowitz, who serves as adjunct instructor. Deborah Bauer, who also serves as adjunct faculty. And David Moore, who serves as lab instructor. Also, I have to say, before I go any further, I would like to acknowledge the advisors who support our program, everybody in student development, who makes our program strong. We're here tonight to see Jody. Sheldon is here. Thank you, Jody, for all your assistance. I think that I'm trouble seeing close and far. It's a little fluctuating here, but I'm looking, scanning. I'm having a hard time, sorry. Tanya. Thank you, Tanya. Tanya Sheldon. Director of Student Development. And lastly, but not least, there she is, Susan Wyan, who is our instructional support specialist for the department. She gives of her time and of herself, her heart and soul to make sure this program runs smoothly, is dedicated to all of us and the students especially. Thank you, Sue. You make everything So I'm glad everyone's here tonight for our 9th annual, can you believe it? 9 years ago, I know I have a graduate. I have 2 graduates from 9 years ago tonight. Say hello to the back row. Right? Here's Angela and Shelby, my first one, 9 years ago. So it is our 9th annual pinning, and the students have put in a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication. All those of you who work with them, teach them, mentor them in the clinical sites, see that evidently every time they show up. They've done tremendously well. We couldn't be more proud of you, and tonight we're here to honor you. So, let's get going with the program. I'm only going to keep you here for an hour, right? So I can stay on time. Right? I don't really go over too much. So we're going to start with the President's Welcome Address. Dr. Ryan, thank you.
Good evening and welcome. I am so excited to be here. This is my very first Radiology pinning. So very excited about that. And I wanted to point out that our President Emeritus, Penny Wills, is here. Penny? The radiologic pinning ceremony is a rite of passage for our radiology students that acknowledges their hard work, and it marks a milestone along their academic journey and begins their new role as professionals. Congratulations, graduates, on your perseverance and dedication. Our radiology program requires intense study, fortitude, diligence, and as our graduates are well aware, sacrifice. Not only for the graduates, but the graduates' loved ones who have supported and walked this journey with our students. If you are a friend or family member who sacrificed, so one of the individuals sitting up here could graduate, could you please stand and allow us to thank you? Graduates, you are the cream of the crop. And I hope, should I need medical imaging myself at some point for diagnosis or treatment, that you're taking care of me. I urge you to practice the art and science of radiology with your amazing minds and your loving hearts, and always continue to build on what you've learned here. The important part here is to keep learning. Please continue your education and never pass up an opportunity to learn new methods, study new areas, or explore new ideas. Your education will benefit your patients and ultimately the health of this community. And importantly, because of your kind and loving hearts that attracted you to this calling in the first place, make sure you take the time to take care of yourself and your own health and well-being. Medical professionals often neglect themselves because of the loving nature of their hearts to help others first. And it's only when you are at your best that you can perform at the highest levels and give your best to others. Don't forget the foundation that you received here at Yavapai College from our dedicated faculty, staff, and your peers. I leave you with this quote from Minor Myers Jr. He was the past president of Illinois Wesleyan University. He said, "Go into the world and do well, but more importantly, go into the world and do good." The best is yet to come for you. Thank you for allowing Yavapai College to be part of your life story. On behalf of the college, I wish you Godspeed. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ryan, for your inspirational message, your kind words, and your support for our program. It means a lot to us and to the imaging community. I almost forgot. Okay. Next, I would like to call up to the podium Tracy Van Kulenberg. She's one of our clinical instructors at Yavapai Regional Medical Center East to deliver the keynote address. Tracy, come on.
I gotta find it. It's in here somewhere. That's there too. Good evening. First, I would like to say thank you to the class of 2019 for asking me to speak here today. I want you to know that how much this means to me. I consider this one of the greatest honors of my lifetime. Thank you. Thank you very much. No, that's enough. All right. This is definitely going to be on my resume because I'll admit my first reaction was, are you sure you don't want a doctor or something? Somebody that's somebody? And they said no, they wanted their CI. So I'll do my best. As your clinical instructor, I have little to say except I thank my lucky stars every day for Google. If it wasn't for Google and the RADs, I would have been hard-pressed to answer the hundreds, probably thousands of questions you all asked me. But as of tonight, you're no longer a student. So I say to you, one rad tech to another, this is what success looks like. One of the most, a room full of your family, friends, peers, who knew exactly what it took to be here tonight. Hours and hours of hard work and sleepless nights. You alone know the extent of the sacrifices you had to make. But every person in this room has either been a support system for a rad tech or is one. And we congratulate you. This is your night to celebrate, and I hope all of you and your families make memories this evening because this is a big deal. Success means the accomplishment of an aim or purpose. It also means a favorable outcome, a positive result, victory, or triumph. Tonight is a night to celebrate a job well done with those you love and who love you. My sincerest congratulations to you all. One of the most important things I want the graduates to do tonight is to say thank you to whomever was a part of the support system that got you here today. The people that were right there when you needed them most. It's their night too. And remember to say thank you. Which brings me to the most important thing I need to do tonight, which is to say thank you. Thank you for making me a better tech. Since coming off of 11 years of night shift, you're the first class I've been with since your first rotation. In August, it will have been 25 years since beginning my radiology career. Almost 12 of those years were spent on nights. It would be true if you called me a cranky old veteran tech from the darkroom ages. With my decision to return to day shift, I had two big fears. The first is I doubted my ability to play well with others. By others, I mean coworkers. At times in radiology, there are multiple ways to achieve the same result. And I was concerned that after years of always making decisions alone, that I wouldn't be open to different ideas. And that this could cause me to difficulty working collaboratively with others. My second fear was the lack of knowledge. It's not an exaggeration when I say my fluoro and procedure skills were really rusty. So all these fears were for naught, thanks to you, the class of 2019. You reminded me to have a passion for learning. I relearned things long forgotten thanks to you. Your excitement to learn fed mine, and I loved every minute. You retaught me what Bontrager says is a central grade for an upright abdomen. And I showed you my elbow trick that hasn't failed me in 25 years, but it's not going to be on the registry. One of you was with me when you saw your first pneumothorax. And I explained how the patient would get a chest tube to reinflate the lung, and how we would go back once this was done to check tube position. Remember when I got excited and said, I hope you get an x-ray of the pneumonia registry? I still hope that, because you've got this. But when I didn't know an answer to your questions, and I said, I don't know, let's find out, and believe me, I'm furiously typing on Google or I'm calling a RAD. That's what I want you to take with you. Knowing it's okay not to know, as long as you have a willingness to find out. Otherwise, I might not know what a bleb is, and that it can cause a spontaneous pneumothorax. Thanks, Laura. Thank you for helping me be a better tech. Thank you for raising the bar. Thank you for making me better than I was yesterday. Theodore Roosevelt said it best, far and away, the best prize life has to offer is the chance to work hard at work worth doing. You've made the work worth doing every day. Being a rad tech is a huge part of who I am, but also being a middle-aged mother of 4 and you give somebody like me a mic, I'm going to leave you with a bit of advice. So, continue to hone your craft. Make constant learning a goal, because if it makes you sweat, you should do it more. Do it until you're able to walk in an operating room at 2 in the morning and say to the doctor, I've never done an embolectomy before, but I know what this machine can do. So what exactly do you need to see? And with an explanation, you're able to successfully complete that exam. To be a brave person, they must first know fear. In this field, constant bravery leads to confidence. Through confidence, you reach the ability to be unafraid of what may be thrown at you next. Being unafraid makes you an asset to your department. The choice is yours. Be brave or be craven. Cry about it and run from it, or stand like Superman and face it head on every day. Embrace the suck. It'll make you stronger. Everything worth having doesn't come easy. Tonight is proof of that, but it doesn't stop here. I have another piece of advice. Do not go by bear theory. Recently, I went to help in an area where I wasn't assigned because I wasn't busy in my own assignment, and there was plenty I could do to help. As I'm wheeling the patient out of the room to the ER, my coworker is thanking me for the assistance, and I respond, we're in this together. And he says, oh, you don't believe in bear theory? He explains later, after we've caught up with the work list, that bear theory is when a group of people are running from a bear, and the slowest gets taken down by the bear. A good radiology department is the family. Bear theory shouldn't exist here. We're in it together. Another tech, and I think he's here tonight, pointed out that the most surprising thing about radiology was the amount of friends he made, and that the field is mostly comprised of really awesome people. He's right. As I look into this crowd tonight, I see many friends, people I consider my second family. I've been to your weddings or baby showers. I've also cried with you when you say really horrible things. So no bear theory. Embrace your second family, dysfunction and all, and raise the bar and make each other better. And that leads me to my last bit of advice, and a quote by the former American football player, coach, and analyst Lou Holtz. Lou Holtz said, ability is what you're capable of doing. Motivation determines what you do. Attitude determines how well you do it. Let's start with abilities, what you're capable of doing. Now, tonight, Yavapai College, your instructors, your CIs, your peers, and you yourself are declaring that you now have the ability to do this job solo. You're capable. The second line, motivation. Motivation determines what you do. Some of you may not have decided what that is yet, since RadTech School was your main focus for the past few years, as it should be. But whether it's money or serving your community, tonight is full of potential and exciting possibilities for the radiology career ahead of you. The last line, maybe the most important, attitude will determine how well you do it. It's true. And attitude can be contagious. For example, very shortly after returning to days, one of my new coworkers told me a story about the first time she met me. She said it was her first day at clinicals, and that I had a short amount of time before night shift ended. Being caught up with the work list, I welcomed her warmly and asked her if she'd ever seen this equipment. When she said no, she said I jumped up and started explaining, and you guys know how I am. If I had a tail, I'd wag it sometimes when we're taking x-rays. And I started exclaiming, you're going to love this. And I proceeded to show her the basic functions of the equipment. I also helped calm her nerves by telling her the software was some that she had seen on portables and CRs elsewhere. She said my enthusiasm was contagious, and my explanations helped her to knowledgeably be able to perform x-rays, as it became clear that when the day shift techs expected was for her to jump right in as a senior student. She's telling me how what could have been a disaster of first day turned into a confidence builder. As the day went on, and time after time, she was able to use the things I had shown her, all the while impressing the techs and setting the tone for her new rotation. It had probably been 2 or 3 years before she saw me again after that first meeting, and she expressed how she'd been waiting for the opportunity to thank me ever since. She then tells me how when she heard I was coming to East, that she was telling other techs that didn't know me how great I was. So just remember, it's a small community. Your reputation will precede you. And in this case, think about it, 15 minutes. I didn't even remember this until she told me about it. 15 minutes of my time. And a conversation that if she'd never reminded me of it, I probably would have never thought about it again in my life. And that's what struck me the most. The impact that 15 minutes of my time had on somebody else's life. It got me wondering, what can I do in 2 hours? What can I do in 8 hours? What can you do? Attitude matters. With patients, with coworkers, with your family, and life. Attitude matters. As of now, you have the ability. And as you have the room to breathe again over the next few weeks, come to know your motivation moving forward. Lastly, despite all that is thrown at you, keep a good attitude, and you will have many more successful nights personally and professionally in the years to come. Congratulations, class of 2019. Go celebrate.
That was such a great, heartfelt message. Thank you so much. It was wonderful. You can tell. Next, we have several scholarships that are radiology-centric. That is, they're just for the students. They're designed for the students specifically in the radiology program. So, our community health scare. Not health scare. Sorry about that. We're not talking about any kind of a role. Excuse me, the community health care, the Dr. George Naphy, and the Robert Altsman Hoffer scholarship recipients would like to come up and give a word of thanks. So come on up.
So receiving the Community Healthcare Scholarship made a huge impact on my life. If I had not received this scholarship, I may not be standing here today. Not many people know about the journey that got me to this place. After deciding to pursue my degree, I took my prerequisite courses and completed my application for the program. The next step was my behavioral interview. I was nervous for this interview with the panel, including Rich, Steve Hayes, Kathy Hoffer, and Jody Scholler, as I'm sure most of my classmates were as well. The interview was rough, and afterward, I was sure I hadn't made it into the program. I was determined to become a radiologic technologist, so I started planning to move to Texas, where I would attend school there. I had everything set except the final moving date when I received an email from Sue Wyant saying that I had been accepted into the program. I was excited to have made it, but this created a new dilemma. Do I stay in Arizona and attend Yavapai College, or go to Texas and attend school there? I spoke to friends and family to help determine my next move. Then I received another email, this time telling me that I had received the Community Healthcare Scholarship. This felt like the sign I had been looking for. I knew that this was where I was meant to study, and I abandoned all other plans. Throughout my 2 years, I have worked with many of the doctors in the Prescott Radiology group that helped fund this scholarship, and I will always be grateful to you. Not only did you give me the money to pay for school, you are truly the reason I am standing up here today. Your help and guidance throughout my education was priceless, and I'm glad to have had the chance to learn from all of you. Thank you to everyone who helped me achieve this goal, to the Prescott Radiology Group, all of my clinical instructors, technologists, teachers, friends, family, fellow students, Amber and Rich. I couldn't have done it without you, and I will be eternally grateful to all of you. Thank you.
When I found out I was accepted into this program, I had severe anxiety. It would keep me up in the middle of the night and just so much stress of how am I going to balance this. I'm a single mom with 3 kids and I work full-time, so I didn't know how I was going to juggle everything, but I knew that this is what I wanted to do. Whenever I would get anxious, I have spiritual books all around my house, and the anxiety would build, and I would just open randomly to a page in the book, and it would always say, you're going to make it through and you're going to have the support that you need. And I did more than I could have dreamed. I was a recipient of a community healthcare scholarship, and that paid for my whole education, and I'm so grateful. This money made it possible for me to excel in the program and achieve my dreams without taking time away from my kids. It was a tremendous help, and I'm so grateful. Not only did the scholarship guarantee my success in the program, but my children now have a brighter future, and they are more likely to go to college. I want to thank Rich, Amber, Deb, and David for your constant support as well. You always believed in me and knew that I would succeed. Every moment of doubt that I had on the hard days, on the hard tests, you were there encouraging me. You pushed me to be better. You uplifted me. You are truly dedicated to all of your students, and I am so grateful to have known you and been a part of this program. The support has been tremendous. To my class, we started out as strangers, and being together over the last 2 years, we have become so much more. We learned the material together, we studied together, had all the same struggles together. I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you for your friendship and never-ending support. Thank you for the giggles, the late-night dancing, and the group text, which the boys hated. I especially want to thank Monica, Zach, Cal, and Lauren. Our close friendship is a bond that I know we will have for our whole lifetime. I want to thank my clinical instructors and the staff and everyone who helped me and supported me, even in my moments of difficulty. Thank you for your wisdom and your patience. Tracy, you understood me on a deep level. I could talk to you about anything, and your knowledge is tremendous. I love you. Rachel, I will miss laughing with you. I will miss spending clinic days together. I love you so much. Josie, your warmth and kindness make every day together so wonderful. People who work with you will be better for it. There was never a day that I did not want to work with you ladies. To my friend Astrid, your never-ending emotional support and love, I will never forget. She was so wonderful. She came to my house at 6 a.m. to get my kids up to go to school when I had to be at clinic. To my friend Raylyn, you were a mother to my children when I could not be there. And she came to my house every week, took care of my kids, took them on adventures, cleaned, cooked, and was just the absolute best. I couldn't have made it without him. To my sister and my mom, the support from you was tremendous. I was having such stress over this last few weeks of testing. My mom was so great, she came to my house and said, let's study, and ended up doing all of my laundry. I want to thank God, Goddess Mother, and Yogananda for being the invisible force behind all of my success. And finally, to my children, Isabella, Ethan, and Asanya. You have been with me every step of the way. While I was experiencing the highs and lows of being in school for 7 years, you were right there with me. You experienced it too. We did it together. My success is yours. I love you so much. I'm excited to begin the next chapter of our life. More giggles, more adventures, and lots of vacation. Thank you.
How do I follow Leah? I received a couple of radiologic technologist scholarships that were for this program, and then I also received one before I got into the program that was private. I received the Robert, don't kill me, Robert Altman, wait, no, I did it wrong, sorry. I've been practicing all day. That's Rich. Robert Altman's Hopper first scholarship. It was merit-based, and I work with Robert now over at West Campus, and he is vested in making sure the students do well. He is very hands-on with the students, makes sure that everybody does well. He wants you to learn, and I think this is one way that he gives back to the program. He graduated from the program, and it's a good way for him to give back, and I appreciate it. He did not give it to me personally. Like I said, it was merit-based, but thank you. I appreciate it, for sure. I also received the Dr. George Navy Jr. scholarship from his family. He was a devoted family man and volunteer and a member of the St. Luke's Episcopal Church. And it's also, like I said, a radiologics specific scholarship. Interview-based, and then I got it for the first year, and then they sent me an email asking how I was doing, and I was awarded it the second year. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much to his family. And then I also was given a PEO scholarship, which was through a private program, but interview-based as well. So I also appreciate that. I have 2 teenagers, so it was nice addition to our family. I have one who is a junior up at Colorado State, so it was very helpful for our family to have me get some help in college because we have another college student to pay for, so we really appreciated that help for us, and it was very well appreciated, so I appreciate that. I've said appreciate enough times, so I think I'm good.
Absolutely wonderful. And again, we can't stress enough how much we appreciate the support for our program. The scholarships are going to change lives. And if that isn't what community college is all about, it's the factory of second chances, it's the factory of changing lives. And ladies and gentlemen, this is your evidence. Next, we have 2 of our graduates who would like to come up and speak to all of you the sentiments on behalf of the class. So please come up, Monica Tsupinka and Michelle Hacker.
Again. Okay. Not sure why I wanted to do this, but rethinking my thought process. Okay, I didn't memorize this, so forgive me if I look at my notes. I won't be as eloquent eloquent as Tracy was probably, but she was amazing. Thank you so much. That was very heartfelt. We thank you for speaking for our class. Okay. Forgive me if I break up a little bit, but this is very emotional for all of us. Yeah. I wanted to start by thanking all of our friends and family for being our emotional and physical support through this program and throughout life. It's rough on all of us. We've all been through it. To my fellow students, we did it. And I congratulate you on what we have achieved. This is a wonderful time for all of us. There's a strong feeling of pride and accomplishment. A few short years ago, a group of strangers stepped into a classroom unaware of the road ahead. The countless hours of studying, the challenging clinical rotations, and the abundance of positions to learn. Who can forget those first in-class comps? For you. And David. While in the program, we all felt at times, at one time or another, that we barely maintained a connection to family or friends of anything outside of school. And due to that, many new and lifelong friendships have been made. And the RadTech program creates a special bond amongst students that no one can explain or understand unless they've been through it. This class has seen the beginning of an era with Amber joining Yavapai College, and unfortunately the end of an era with Rich retiring, and for that we're grateful. Not that you're retiring, but our class was lucky to have had these two amazing instructors. Amber was extremely helpful in positioning class. And Rich, what can I say about Rich? His knowledge of everything having to do with this field was invaluable. This program will not be the same without him. Throughout this time, each of us has grown in ways that we could have never imagined. We have laughed and we've cried with each other. We've witnessed life unfold from the miracle of birth to the anguish and suffering and illness and death. There is so much we will take with us, and yet there is so much within us. The courage to do right as we see it, the will to never compromise what we feel to be true, the determination to know yourself, and the pursuit of excellence. I am proud to say that we have come to the end of this journey. However, it is not the end, but a new beginning for all of us.
Hey everybody, I'm Monica. I'm gonna try to get through this without crying. That's gonna be even harder now that Leah got me going. I'm up here representing not just myself, but all 10 of us. So this is not just my sentiment, it's from all of us. We're all here completing the RadTech program. We're so happy that every person in this room is here. Every one of you has had some part in getting us here, some role of encouragement or support. So thank you, every person here, for whatever it was that you did. The last few weeks leading up to today, thinking about this moment, I haven't been thinking so much about the ups and downs of the last couple years or what a great accomplishment this is for all 10 of us. I've been thinking more about what's next. What are we supposed to do now? I was hiking recently and that thought kept flowing through my mind of, what's our place now that we've become such assets to this community? What's our obligation now? What's our duty? I was out there and past this giant old cottonwood tree, and if you've seen those old cottonwoods, you know they're just massive, they're centuries old, they're just amazing. And if you've ever been out there with me, you know that I have this thing where I can't stay away from these big old trees. I have to just get up to them and put my arms around them and just be there. I am a tree hugger. You can laugh. If you have never done that, I suggest that you do. It's a very moving experience. To me, trees are so inspiring. They command so much respect. just by doing what they're biologically designed to do. They have these sprawling branches that spread out and reach out, providing shade. It's nourishing, it's nurturing, life-giving, life-saving shade. Their leaves open up and they take in all this old, stale air and they turn it into fresh, clean breath for every living thing. Some trees, their roots run so deep into the earth, they literally hold the top layer of this planet together. Just think about that for a second. It provides stability for every single thing that exists around them. People, animals, buildings, rivers, their tree neighbors, their so-called competitors, but they don't see themselves that way. They're sharing resources, they're trading nutrients, they're supporting each other, they're holding each other up. The ones that do flower or bear fruit, they do it with such a stoic nature. They so easily hand over this vitality that they've created, supporting all life around them. They do all these things just by being how and who they are. They don't require an incentive or ask for a thank you. They don't expect congratulations. I find them so inspiring because they just better everything around them by their existence, by sharing their gifts, by being themselves, and by holding each other up. Because that's what they do. It's the only way they know how to be. I'll leave you with a quote from Voltaire originally, but most recently it was used by the late and great Stan Lee. With great power comes great responsibility. And that question that was swirling around in my mind of, what are we supposed to do now? What's our obligation, our duty? Not just the 10 of us here, but every person in this room. To our community and to each other as human beings. What are we supposed to do? I think we all already know. Thank you.
That's hard to follow. That's beautiful sentiment spoken on both of you behalf of the class. Thank you so much. The students wanted to show you with a few words and pictures, as if we haven't shown you with our hearts already, a portion of their journey over the last 2 years. They worked really hard on this, and they managed to summarize 2 years into a few minutes set to music. So let's take a look at your last 2 years.
If you ever find yourself stuck in the middle of the sea, I'll sail the world to find you. If you ever find yourself lost in the dark and you can't see, I'll be the light to guide you. Find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah. Ooh, yeah, yeah. If you're tossing and you're turning and you just can't fall asleep, I'll sing a song beside you. And if you ever forget how much you really mean to me, every day I will remind you. Oh, find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can that's what friends are supposed to do. Oh yeah. Ooh, ooh. You can count on me, 'cause I can count on you. If you ever find yourself stuck in the middle of the sea,
I just want to say a great portion of the students' education takes place in the clinical sites. The students would not be a success without the help, hard work, and mentorship at all of our hospitals and imaging centers provided by our technologists. And most importantly, in this equation is the clinical instructors. They provide guidance and mentorship and are the necessary ingredients in our student success as good caregivers. The students wish to show their appreciation to these individuals by honoring them with a pictorial memento. Clinical instructors, as I call your names, please come forward to accept this award. Kathy Hoffer. Tracy Van Kulenberg. Amber Mabry. Brooke Rafters. William Stubb. Aaron Brown. Substitute for Brown is Ashley Okersley. Anna Holm. Melinda Chavez. Aaron Gaff. Stephanie Fernandez. Aaron Gaff. Thank you, Stephanie. I don't know all the new married names. I just remember your maiden names. Sorry. And Josie Dennis. Another graduate. Now we would like to present the graduates with the official Yavapai College Radiologic Technology Program pin, which signifies their accomplishment. Graduates, we ask that you wear it proudly as you serve this community with their healthcare needs. Also, Dr. Ron Liss, our Vice President, would like to read to you the sentiments written by each of the graduates expressed as thoughts and thank yous.
I just have to say before I read this that I feel really weird up here because with my medical issues in the last 2 years, I feel like I'm standing naked in front of a whole bunch of people. Lauren Adams. To my mom, my brother, and my grandparents, you are the priceless blessings in my life. I wouldn't be where I am today without your inspiration and understanding. Today's achievement is the result of your contribution. Thank you for your guidance, encouragement, and most of all, your unconditional love and support. I love you guys. Also, thank you, Rich, Amber, radiology staff, and fellow classmates for the support and dedication in getting us to this point. Congratulations. Leah Barron. I would like to express my love and humble gratitude for everyone who helped support me during the last 2 years. It has been a difficult journey, and I could not have made it through this without you. I especially want to acknowledge my 3 children who showed me love and did not complain when I spent long hours and late nights studying. I love you so much, Ashanya, Ethan, and Isabella. I am so excited for our new journey to begin. Callum Dan. I would like to thank Yavapai College for allowing me this incredible opportunity, as well as my teachers who provided me with a solid foundation for my career. Thank you to my friends and coworkers who helped me persevere throughout the program. Most importantly, I'd like to thank my mom and dad for believing in me, supporting me, and encouraging me throughout this process in my life. Crystal Douglas Croft. Getting through this program and dealing with real life takes a lot of support. Without my husband, parents, and family friends, the stress of making it to the end would have been phenomenal. So thank you, Mom and Dad, Adam, my adorable kids, and Zika Fusas and my classmates. I'm not sure. They helped me with some words, but not others, I'm not sure. Monica Zubinka. Thank you to the biggest motivators in my life, my children, Elister and Isaac, to their father Tim and his partner Kayla, to my dad, Uncle Hillary, and Aunt Sue for being unconditionally supportive of my life decisions. To Gloria and Ken and Deborah Del Mastro for being shining examples of loving kindness. To Rich, Amber, Sue, Deb, David, and Dr. Sakowitz for your passion. And to Jake for staying by my side through this crazy ride. Michelle Hacker. I would like to say thank you to my husband, Craig, for always encouraging me to follow my dreams, and to my children, Cody and Sarah, for being my biggest fans. Your love and support through this program has made all the difference. And to my mom, thank you for all the words of encouragement. I wouldn't be here today without any of you. I love you guys. Zachary Hernandez. I would like to thank my family, friends, and most of all my parents, Randy and Gina Hernandez, for all their love and support. Never would I have gotten through this program without their help. Laura Jones Falzuki. I want to thank my family for all the support, encouragement, and love they gave me during these last 2 years of a roller coaster. My mom and Pete, who always said they believed in me and knew I could do this. My children, Nicholas and Victoria, who would always remind me of our faith and continual words of wisdom that they knew I could do anything I put my mind to. My husband, Todd, who told me he knew I would make it because I always put my heart and soul into everything I do. And to my dad, I promised I would finish, and I stand here today proud and excited to know that I have accomplished this great adventure. I know my dad is looking down. and me with a beautiful smile. Charmaine McBoy. I want to thank everyone who stood by me through the last 3 years, especially my mom and close friends. You helped me more than you will ever know, and I love and appreciate you all. Stacy Shanefeld. What a journey it has been. We made it. First, thank you to Amber, Rich, Deb, Dave, and the clinical instructors and my classmates, 10 strong, for their dedication to helping me do my best. Also, thank you to my parents for their constant support along the way. Lastly, thank you to the many friends and family who have reached out with words of encouragement. You all mean so much to me.
Open all the doors and let you out into the world. Closing time, turn all of the lights on over every boy and every girl. Closing time, one last call for alcohol, so finish your whiskey or beer. Closing time, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. I know I want to take me home. I know I want to take me home. I know I want to take me home. Take me home. Closing time. Time for you to go out to the places you will be from. Closing time, this room won't be open till your brothers or your sisters come. So gather all your jackets, move it to the exits. I hope you have found a friend. Closing time, every new beginning comes from some other beginning end. Yeah, I know I want to take me home. I know I want to take me home. I know I want to take me home. Take me home. Closing time, time for you to go out to the places you will be from. I know I want to take you home. I know I know who I want to take me home. I know who I want to take me home. I know who I want to take me home. Take me home. Closing time. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end.
You guys were phenomenal, and always are. Glasses. Okay, you have one last job. Our graduates will now take the radiographer's oath, which signifies their lifelong commitment to the profession and the patients they will serve. So graduates, please repeat after me. I do solemnly swear.
I do solemnly swear
That I will abide by the Radiology Code of Ethics.
that I will abide by the Radiology Code of Ethics
In the performance of my duties
in the performance of my duties
as a medical imaging professional.
as a medical imaging professional.
That I will endeavor to practice
That I will endeavor to practice
the highest standards of quality and care.
the highest standards of quality and care.
To stay current with the practice of radiography.
To stay current with the practice of radiology.
And to hold the public's health and welfare
And to hold the public's health and welfare
above all else in the practice of my profession.
above all else in the practice of my profession.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a huge round of applause. for the 2019
Okay, so Rich thinks this is the end, but he is retiring, as most of you are well aware. For those of you that aren't, he's going to be retiring very shortly. So unbeknownst to him, so don't beat me, we've put together something for him. Thank you to Ron Harvey for doing this. We're going to have you watch something else before it's time to go.
Hi Rich, welcome to retirement. My friends and I decided to put together a little video for you, just showing how much we appreciate you and how much we appreciate what you've done for us, all of us, over all these years.
Hey Rich, I just wanted to say that I will never be able to thank you enough for giving me the opportunity that you did. The radiology program was one of the best adventures that I've ever been on, and it came at a really low point in my life. You became my constant, somebody that I could always look up to and that I could always count on, and that was a really big deal, especially at that time. Thank you for always seeing my potential, always believing in me and all of us. You really changed my life. In fact, you changed our lives.
Thank you, Rich. Thank you.
Thanks from me and Chunk and Biscuit.
Welcome to Retireland. Yes, out here, it's so beautiful. And I only wish you a good time, Rich. I know you're probably expecting a PowerPoint, and I hate to disappoint you, but I'm going to, and not give you a PowerPoint. You deserve the best retirement anybody could ever get, and I hope you have that. And if you get bored when you come back from your travels, you can always give me a call, and we can always do a game of mahjong. Or cheers.
Hi Rich, I just wanted to say congratulations on your retirement. You deserve it. We're gonna miss you a lot. And also just wanted to say good luck, you'll do well.
Hey Rich, it's Edgar Vargas. Just want to say thank you for all the knowledge that you instilled in us throughout the program. Have a happy retirement, man. Take care.
Hey Rich, just wanted to say I'm so grateful to have known you, and the community is a better place for having you, and I wish you everything in retirement. We'll miss you.
Congratulations on retiring, Rich. You deserve it the most out of anybody. I'm so grateful that you were the director of my class. We definitely appreciated everything you did for us. I remember you were the first person I called after I passed my test, and I'll never forget how happy you were and how proud of you were of me. Good luck. You'll do so well in retirement. Bye.
Hey, Rich. Maddie says hi too. I just wanted to wish you well on your journey. We are all going to miss you. Maddie really wanted to help me with this video, so I just wanted to say thank you for everything that you've done for everyone, for all of our students, for this program, for me and my future. I really appreciate it, and hope you have a wonderful retirement. Bye. Thanks. And good luck.
Nights out in Babylon, yeah, nights out in Babylon. But maybe all you need is someone to trust. Maybe all you need is someone. Maybe all you need is someone to trust. Maybe all you need is someone. And I won't let you down, no, I won't let you down. I won't let you down, my love. I won't let you down, no, I won't let you down. I won't let you down, my love. Not much to me. You got what the whole world wants, so strap that armor tighter on. Double on down like it's gonna make you free. Maybe all you need is someone to trust. Maybe all you need is someone. Maybe all you need is someone to trust. Maybe all you need is someone. I won't let you down, no, I won't let you down. I won't let you down, my love.
The biggest, I mean, I don't know how to say thank you for that wonderful memento. The biggest thing you do for me is when I see you at this time every year and I see all of your success. You're graduating, you're changing your lives. I told you on the first night when we have that meet and greet with your family, this career changes lives. And I see proof of that every year. And you come back and you prove it to me. So that's the biggest gift you could give me. Thank you so much. Honestly, I didn't want to do, I did not know this was happening. I did not want to make this about me because I never like to be the center of attention, but thank you guys, thank you so much. So please join, we've got one last thing to do. Please join the graduates in the back of the room for some refreshments. We'll have a little playlist going to be selected, so.
After their recessional, I apologize for making it go over an hour. Yeah, I heard you promised them an hour and I thought,
Okay. So we're gonna